Well, the sun's out now, it's springtime. I'm Carl Wilson with Extermiman, a small pest control company out in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. And today we're just giving some tips on how to control spiders in and around your home. Around the windows, spiders tend to congregate because insects like to hang out here. See these flies on the screen? And the spiders will come around here in the corners and on the sides, things like that. They'll wait for these little critters to get into their webs, or they'll pounce on them, something like that. They make good meals. So if you have an insecticide you want to spray around the windows, it's a real great thing to do. Also, if you find spider webs around there, you can use a vacuum or some sort of sweeper, like a broom, or sometimes there's actually special heads, brushes for wiping spider webs down. Spiders like to hang out around foundation walls because typically you've got organic material that's around there, a few inches or something. They'll hide under those things. See, you can see under this debris and stuff, spiders like this kind of areas because you can see little pill bugs down there, other little critters. As soon as you start moving the soil around, you start to uncover lots of little goodies in there. Sometimes you'll see lots of spider webs in plants and shrubs. Sometimes their spider webs can get really, really thick, and it's a great way for them to trap lots of insects that are flying around and crawling around and things like that. A lot of us like to keep our tools and things like that, you know, along these edges and corners in the garage. Pretty normal for most people to do. And this is a great place for insects just to come in, travel around here. And a lot of times spiders will just set up shop. You can see back here old cobwebs and stuff from spiders that have been in here at one time. You can see some excavated sand there from ants kicking stuff out. This is pretty common in garages, up along the ceiling where the wall meets the ceiling. To find spiders up there. Again, just setting their webs out, waiting for unsuspecting insects to fly into them. You know, there's some flies on the window. Perfect meal to fly right into a spider web. A great tool is a vacuum cleaner to just go around and just suck webs up and things like that. Then after you've got the webs down, then you go through with your favorite insecticide and just spray in the cracks and crevices to keep them down. Another little gizmo that's often overlooked for spider control is a glue board. A lot of times people think about them only for mouse control, but they're very effective for spiders. Peel the paper off. You can either lay them flat. We'll find a little spot over here. Okay, just back in our garage area here. You can lay it flat like that if you want. Or a lot of times there's an option to fold them up so they're a little more discreet. And you can stick them along here. Large spiders are difficult to control with insecticides. So the benefit of the glue boards is to control some of your larger spiders that might not be vulnerable to insecticide control. If you've got a heavy infestation or you're concerned about a particular species of spider, let you catch them so you can have. When you're treating for spiders, you want to focus on a few primary areas. You want to focus around the foundation, particularly in those cracks and corners and gaps where the ground meets the foundation, because a lot of times they'll get right down in that seam, right down in that crack. Sometimes people will come out a few feet, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet away from the foundation to saturate the ground cover to try and kill spiders as they're encroaching on the foundation. Another area to focus on would be spraying around the windows on the outside. Any area that's concealing something as small as a spider or insect, it's good to shoot like your insecticide up in there. And then you can focus in these seams and cracks as well, around any door jambs or frames. If your bushes are getting loaded with spider webs and spiders, you might want to treat those as well. What we focused on primarily is on the outside. We want to prevent the spiders from coming in. So we want to look at exclusion tactics, mechanical barriers. These would be screens, caulking, sealing up, check your vents, all those kind of things. Another thing we want to discuss is spider control on the inside of the house. Again, we talked about the glue board. It's a great thing to put down inside to control the spiders in your home, especially if you have an aversion to chemical control. But if you have a lot of spiders and this is just not enough to do the trick, then you'll want to consider using an insecticide indoors. And if you go through your local nursery, you should be able to find a product that's labeled for indoor control. And if you don't feel like doing it, of course you can always hire a pest control company, an exterminator, and they should be able to go through and clean up any issues you're having on the inside. If you have any questions, you don't feel like you can do it yourself, you don't have the time to do it yourself, feel free to give us a call, 801-296-5960. Along the Wasatch Front, we service from Ogden to Provo and also Summit County. You can also check us out on the web at our website, which is extermiman.com, and we have information there on different pest problems. This is Carl Wilson with Extermiman, keeping you and your family pest free.